I'm about to reveal how two guys went from overweight, sluggish, low energy, and unmotivated to being in the absolute best shape of their life, despite having a family, working 10 plus hours a day, traveling for work, and being 40 and 57 years old. Not only will you see how they lost their gut, boosted their energy, testosterone, and metabolism, while finally locking in structure and routine that fits their lifestyle, but how they're able to take off their shirt at the pool with absolute zero embarrassment. I'm going to show you exactly what you can do and how you can do the exact same thing, only training 3 times a week, travel, eat out, close big deals, while literally losing 20, 30, even 40 pounds of fat, building the ripped physique that you've always wanted. I'm going to show you what the Intelligent Athlete Framework is, and the same framework that's transformed thousands of elite athletes and now high-performing busy professionals into the strongest, leanest, energized version of themselves. And if you're Asian, this might even hit super hard, because if you're like any other high-performing Asian men that I work with, there's 4 big things as to why fitness programs completely miss the mark. Number 1, cultural expectations. We're raised to work super hard, provide, and push through. The downside, we ignore stress until it turns into low energy, belly fat, and you burn out. Number 2, hormonal sensitivity. Asian men typically have lower testosterone levels and higher cortisol response under stress. So when you're grinding with poor sleep, takeout, and meetings all day, it tanks your metabolism. It's hard for you to lose fat. Number 3, years of metabolic adaptation. If you skip meals, intermittent fasting, you crash diets, or try just eating clean, but you still gained a lot of fat, that's because your metabolism has adapted and slowed down on top of aging. You're burning fewer calories than you absolutely should. And number 4, face culture. You never ask for help. You brush it off until one day your kid pokes your stomach and laughs, or your wife makes a comment and suddenly it stings in a way you did not expect. That's why we built the Intelligent Athlete Framework, to give high-performing Asian men a system that finally works for your body and your stress and your lifestyle. Don't believe me? Let's start with Leon. Father of 2, husband, executive at an oil and gas company, works 10 plus hours a day, travels 1 to 2 weeks every single month. He's a father. He doesn't have a lot of time. But what broke him wasn't a mirror moment. It was at home. One night, after coming home from an exhausting trip, he collapsed on the couch like usual, and his kids ran up to him, super excited, holding a soccer ball, begging him to come play. But he said, "I'm too tired." The next night, the oldest son poked his belly and said, "Daddy, why is your tummy so big?" That hit him different, because how can he tell his kids to eat healthy, to be disciplined, when he wasn't living it up to himself? He realized in that moment he wasn't the role model that he wanted to be. Now he's not the dad stuck on the couch. He's the one outside, winning, running with them, strong, grounded, present. And if you're Asian, you're probably relating to Leon even more than you realize, because we're taught to work super hard, provide, never complain, even when our bodies break down. His kids don't poke fun of him anymore. They look up to him, because now he leads by example. And it wasn't like Leon wasn't trying, man. He was trying group workout classes, he hired personal trainers, he tried everything, but nothing stuck. He was just tired of guessing. And in 6 months, we did what he could not do in 6 years. He got abs for the first time in his life. At 40 years old, he had structure, routine, and certainty. Then there's Ellsworth. At 57 years old, he went from low energy, tired with the gut, and to now actually being a complete stud at 10% body fat year round. He went from feeling embarrassed, from taking off his shirt, to walking around the beach completely shirtless and proud. And here's the best part. He told me that he absolutely wanted to be healthy again after his divorce. Now he's in the absolute best shape of his life, and people around him are envious of his physique. He did this while working 12 hours a day, traveling for work, and he literally has a metabolism now of a 20 or 30-year-old man, because we trained him like a fast twitch athlete. At 57 years old, he's improving his metabolic and heart health so he can look and feel like an athlete for the rest of his life. But to be honest, it wasn't just about looks for Ellsworth. For him, it was about being the role model in his family. So he has the energy to do whatever he loves. He drives his convertible shirtless while his friends' wives whisper about why their husbands can't get their shit together. And I'll tell you something personal. I was hiking Antelope Canyon with my wife one summer, and it was 100 degrees out. It was super hot. We passed by a family where the dad was completely gassed, barely able to keep up. His wife, his kids were waiting. They're frustrated. And one of the kids, maybe 7 or 8 years old, looked like he was about to pass out from heat exhaustion. What actually happened was he did not have the energy to save his kid and bring him down the mountain. So I ended up picking him up and hiking him down myself. That moment stuck me, because the man who saved that kid wasn't me. It was my dad. He was the one who picked me up when I was tired, who always had my back, who always had strength left in the tank. And like a lot of Asian fathers, he never talked about his health. He just showed up strong, dependable, always with enough energy to carry others. And that's who I want to be. And that's the kind of man we help you become. We've helped countless Asian men in their 30s, 40s, and 50s break through the same invisible wall. The one where you're crushing it in life, but you still feel like you're hiding your body. The one where stress, skip meals, grind culture has wrecked your metabolism. The one where you've tried every single shortcut, cardio, fasting, group class, and nothing sticks. This is what our program fixes. My name is Dr. Dexy, former official UFC physical therapist, part of the sports medicine team at the UFC Performance Institute in Las Vegas. And I want to tell you something. You don't have to guess anymore. Not at 30, not at 40, not at 60. Using the principles I'm about to share, not only can you get into the best shape of your life, you're going to wake up with energy, you're going to feel healthy again, you're going to finally feel proud without a shirt on. You can finally stop doing these group workout classes where you're surrounded with random people doing the same recycled workouts. If you're okay being average with minimal progress, you can stop watching now, honestly. But if you want a lifelong system built with intention so you can travel, you can work, you can still crush your goals and be in the best shape of your life, keep listening. The speed at which you see results depends on how quickly you're able to implement. So let me ask you a question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how amazing would it feel to wake up, look in the mirror, and feel proud of what you see? To have your wife crave you again, not scroll on Instagram all night. To stop hearing your kids ask you why you have a belly, and instead see their dad as a ripped role model they can brag about. If that's a 10 for you, you're gonna absolutely love what I'm about to share. First, we walk you through our fat loss process. And no, it's not about cutting carbs. Keto makes most guys feel drained, skinny fat. Carbs in itself actually fuels your brain, your workouts, and your life. And if you hate meal prepping, no problem. Most of our clients eat out every single day. We just build the plan around it. If you do meal prep, we're going to keep it super simple. At the UFC, we had an entire team, sports medicine, nutritionists, recovery experts, all optimizing on performance down to the absolute gram. That same standard, that same data-driven elite level system, we built exactly for you. Now you get a one-on-one high-performance coach, someone who doesn't just hold you accountable, but challenges you to become the man you know you're capable of being. Because here is the truth. Every single man has abs. Every single person has the potential. And here's our guarantee. If you do not get abs on our program, you do not pay. So how do we do it? We train like intelligent athletes. We use data. First, we target your weaker muscles, not just for posture, but because these are the bottleneck for your energy and performance. We turn these small little gas tanks into really big ones, and your energy levels are going to 3x. Your metabolism kicks in. You become a fat-burning machine. Number 2, that also improves your hormones, boosting testosterone, lowering cortisol levels, increasing focus, energy, and libido. Then we turn you into a dense, fast-twitch athlete. Think Cristiano Ronaldo. Not a slow cardio burned-out body like a guy who wears tights and rides a bike for 3-4 hours a day. We convert the soft endurance muscle into these explosive, fast-twitch athletic tissue. So if that sounds like you, I want to welcome you to the Intelligent Athlete. We're not average, we don't follow fads, we damn sure don't settle. Fitness is part of our identity. Leadership is in our DNA, and our bodies reflect the standard we live by. If this amps you up, you might be perfect for our program. If it makes you uncomfortable, even better. That's where growth lives. Because for the first time, you're going to be surrounded by other high achievers that won't shame you for being competitive. They're going to challenge you to be exceptional. This is the exact path that elite sport, science, and data can give you because our standards, we can only accept a small handful of men. So if you're okay being average with another 5-pound yo-yo diet, please don't apply. But if you close your eyes and you see your next level version of yourself, if you're ready to live it, we're going to walk with you. We're going to guide you. We'll do everything in our power to make this the most transformative experience of your entire life. For a lot of our Asian men that we coach, the program becomes more than just fitness. It becomes the moment they finally lead themselves, not just everyone else. So hit that apply button and let's see if you got what it takes to become an intelligent athlete because you're meant to be elite.